Okay. So the first question that we have is format column C into percentages with 0 decimal places. Okay. What does it mean? This means that we want to show what we have here in a percent format. Okay. وشو يعني 0 decimal places؟ كون ما عندنا فاصل. اوكي كون ما عندنا شيء بعد الفاصل. Okay, so how do we do this? We select column C. We can go into numbers and select percentage and put 0 decimal places, but في الأصل هذا this button makes it automatically and without decimal places, like this. Very simple. Into one click. Okay. Now, question number 3. In cell D2, find how many warnings Ahmed has got using the following rules. So we know that Ahmed here he is in row number 2. So anything we will test, anything we will do will be for row number 2. Number 2. Okay, for Ahmed. Now we want to find how many warning he has in D2. For this we have 3 rules. Okay, and we always go with the first rule. We put the value is true. If false, second rule, we put the value is true. If false, third rule, we put the value is true. If all are false, then it will be this number, which is 0. So how we do this? First we open function. Which function? If. What's the first logical test? The first test. Okay, the first test. If the percentage of absence bigger or equal to 15%. Where is the percentage of absence? In C2. So I make C2 bigger or equal to 15%. The first test, you always make it in the first box. What if the value is true? We put the number 3. Number. Okay, so we put here 3. What if the value is false? What if the value is false? What should I do? We make the next function, the next test. Okay, so if this is not true, what do I say here? I say if it's bigger or equal to 50%. If it's false, it will be less than 15%. Okay, so maybe I have another level, which is here, bigger or equal to 12%. So if the percentage of absence bigger or equal to 12%. How do I write it? I write if, okay, C2, the same thing, bigger or equal to 12%. Comma, if it's true, what's the number? 2. If it's false, we make the third test, which is if the percentage of absence bigger or equal to 7%. So C2 bigger or equal to 7%. Oh yes, sorry, good that you saw it. So if we open C2 bigger or equal to 7%. Okay, comma, the value is true, 1. What's the value of false? If all are false, 0. And how many times do I close? 2 times. 1, 2. Yes. الحساب كم if حطينا نسكر نفس العدد. So we copy. Okay. In cell F2 here, final grade. Find out Ahmed final grade using the following rules. Okay? What do we say? We say if he has 3 warnings, his final grade will be 0. If he has 2 warnings, his final grade will be the grade, which is in here, minus 10. If he has 1 warning, the final grade will be the grade minus 5. And if he doesn't have any warning, he will keep the same grade. Okay? So, we start with function if what? If the warnings. So, where are the warnings? D2 equal 3. Value is true, he takes, we said 0. Okay? If false, if, okay, D2 equal 2. Comma, if it's true, we take the grade which is in E2 minus 10. If it's wrong, if it's false, we make again if D2 equal 1, comma, the grade E2 minus 5. If all are wrong, we take just E2, which is the grade, which is E2 grade. Okay? And how many times do we close? Same, 2 times. 1, 2. And we copy. Okay? Now, we come to the next question. In cell H2, H2 here, okay? Find out if Ahmed pass or fail using the following rule. If the final grade is less than 60 or the PDVA is less than 60. So إذا عنده واحدة من هذول درجتين أقل من 60 fail. Okay? So if the final grade less than 60 or the PDVA less than 60, right, fail. Otherwise, right, pass. So here which function should I use? In H2. Function if, here I will write O. So, O, okay, F2, the final grade, less than 60, then, okay, PDVA, G2, less than 60. Value is true شو اكتب؟ fail. Value is false, pass. Last 2 questions, they are the same. Okay, so I will read it 1 time وبعدين بدي أعمل العكس. So in cell B13, which is here, count. So we know we have to use one of the count function. Count how many students pass. So here I have to put a test I have to say, okay, I count only the students who pass. So which function I have to use? Count if. So if the student pass, I count. If it doesn't pass, I do not count. Okay, so function count if. What is the range? The range, العدد cells from H2 to H11. Okay, all the cells that have fail or pass. And the criteria is what? What is the criteria? Pass. Okay, pass. Okay, and I press OK. I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and here the opposite, العكس. So function count if, same selection, but here the criteria is fail, and I have 4.